It is with a sad face that I welcome you guys to yet another video. Let's get right to it. First and foremost, hope you all had a great weekend. Holidays are around the corner. Christmas, Hanukkah, I think is taking place. So whatever you celebrate, happy holidays. Hope you guys are having a great holiday season. It is with heavy heart that I bring to you guys that I don't think the Packers are making the playoffs. Well, as you guys can tell, as a Packer fan, I'm pretty devastated. The playoff chances, excuse me, sorry, hold on. Playoff chances are hanging on to dear life on life support. And that means that the only way the Packers get in is if the Falcons lose tonight to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So us Packer fans, it's over unless a miracle happens, which we have seen crazier things, but let's be realistic. The Bucs, our hope lies on the Bucs. Well, actually, I think the Falcons have to lose the rest of the rest of their games that remain, including the last two. But they have to lose tonight, right? So how did this all go down? Return of Aaron Rodgers. It was supposed to be glorious. We were supposed to ride off into the playoffs. And while I don't think he played great, I don't think he played bad. Obviously, he threw the 3 interceptions. We knew, right? You knew as a fan, obviously the experts knew more than me or you or whoever, but it's common sense. Dude that's been out for a little over 2 months-ish, had surgery on his throwing arm, right? It's like it's his non-throwing arm. You just see he was rusty. Maybe the strength wasn't all there, but everything was just a little bit off, right? Now, he did have some great throws. Now you were getting a little bit of glimpses back. You were like, okay, that's Aaron Rodgers. But then the 3 interceptions, you were like, ugh, they were a little underthrown. Or that one down the middle to Cobb, that was intended for Randall Cobb. You just knew that was just an error on his part. Maybe trying to not do too much because that was the right play. He just underthrew it. Should have been more inside, a little bit over the defender. But then the whole fiasco happened. I don't know if you watched the game. Fourth quarter, Packers score, put it within a touchdown, but didn't have any timeouts left. I think there was a little over 2.5 minutes to go. Packers onside kick it, recover it, and I think the following play or 2 plays later, a slant to Geronimo Allison, catches the ball, gets the first down, but the defender swats it away and causes a fumble. You just knew. I just had this feeling. You just knew that. Aaron Rodgers was going to tie back up. You're like, oh, this is going to be one of his late heroics. Even though he hadn't had a great game, he didn't have an awful game, but you knew. You had that sense that defense wasn't going to stop Aaron Rodgers from anything. So, but that's what happened. Geronimo fumbles. Obviously, they recover it, and here we are now. Packer Nation is devastated. What happens next? I don't know. You could shut them down, but I think it all depends on tonight's game. Obviously, if the Falcons win, it's useless, right? And it's pointless to risk him or players of that caliber with Jordy, a Devontae, who suffered a pretty senseless hit by Thomas Davis Jr. One of the picks, the dude just blindside really hits him right square in the head. But I hope Devontae is okay. I don't understand why they don't respect one another when it comes to stuff like that. Why? Sure, you may not like the guy, but to go after somebody's head, especially with all these head injuries and what the potential consequences are, it's just senseless. It's just stupid. So yeah, Packers, I don't know. I think as a Packer fan, especially if you're on Packers Twitter, everyone's been calling for Mike McCarthy. Although they love people love Mike McCarthy one week, hate him the next, and then it's a game of right where he's at. And then Dom Capers, right? The defense didn't, following Rodgers' interceptions, they didn't. I think they only allowed 3 points or something, but I mean, 31 points is still a lot. Is the Dom Capers era over in Green Bay? We can speculate. We can say, yeah, it should be. It's time for a change. Something that hasn't, a defensive scheme that hasn't really evolved to the needs of the players. It's just, the defense has been a mess ever since that Super Bowl run, you could say. So, who knows what the Packers do, right? Is Mike McCarthy back? I think Mike McCarthy being back is more likely than Dom Capers being back. But I'm not the one running the team, so that's just my speculation. Yeah, man, it's gonna suck not having Packers football for a whole. For them, football's off season is like longer than everybody else's. You'd have to, if the season ends December or early January, you gotta go like 8 months without football. So what do the Packers do? I don't know. The offense, I mean, yes, Devontae's great. Or at least he came to really become a well-respected receiver this year. I think this year he balled out. He's obviously going to have to get paid if the Packers want him, or if they're going to let him walk. I don't know. Jordy, now I don't think cutting Jordy is, I don't know, see? There were some just times where Jordy wasn't getting much separation, right? I mean, yeah, he's had catches and played well when Rodgers is healthy, but what do you do with an aging wide receiver that I think is going to be 33? I don't know. And then Randall Cobb, whose contract was, I don't know. I think the Packers front office is in for either fun or exhausting and extensive offseason to figure out what the hell they're going to do. So that was my little rant on the Packers. Week 15, 16. And the Packers' playoff hopes are basically done. Packer Nation, or you football fan, this was just my Packer rant. I'm going to get to the rest of the NFL, which I do have some opinions about because I saw that New England Patriots versus Pittsburgh Steelers game, and let me tell you. So yeah, I would love to hear what you guys think as Packer fans, or just as a football fan from outside looking in. What the hell is the problem in Green Bay? Personally, it's the defense for me. Sure, Rodgers had a bad game, but I think obviously more often than not, Rodgers saves the day, even when the defense allows that many points. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Please comment, share, subscribe. Show other Packer fans and let them know to comment. I would love to hear your guys' opinion. Take care, guys.